All right, guys, let's take a look at the Bell & Ross BR05. It's been a while since I've had a BR05 on the channel, and I like this new colorway. I think Bell & Ross should stand out, even more so than the square designs typically already stand out. So I think interesting colorways like this, or like some of those radar ones, or skeleton dials. I think if you're going to go Bell & Ross, I think go all the way Bell & Ross. Sure, you could go with a more safe like blue dial, silver dial, or black dial or something like that, but why don't we just leave those dials and those options to other non-square watches? I don't know. It's still there if you want to be conservative, but I think this copper dial one's a little more fun with this brown strap. All right, let's get right into this. Big thanks to Nick at Exquisite Timepieces down in Naples, Florida, for sending this over for me to check out so you can see it as well. The case on this, I measure from here to here at 39.6 millimeter, not including the crown guards. So just a tad under 40 mil wide. The lug to lug is basically 47.5 millimeter. You can see the small sign, it just says it has the and. So it has the and symbol from Bell & Ross. And that's only like 5 millimeter crown. Kind of a small crown, but still easy enough to operate. I wish it was a little bit larger crown, but it's legit. There's no problems with it. I think it fits the watch just fine. The thickness of this, it's actually pretty thin at only 10.8 millimeter thick. You can see you have a chamfered and slightly proud flat sapphire crystal above this brushed topside bezel, and you have polished screws. Looks like they hold it down, but they're ornamental, I think. You have a nice polished chamfered edge leading down to the lower main deck of the watch that is also brushed, and then another polished chamfered edge leading to the side case, which is brushed. So nice transitions from brush to polish, and overall aesthetically makes the watch really pop. I think there's a lot of good contrast from those finishings. The lug width, because it is a proprietary style here where you're going to either have it on the strap or you can get them on the metal bracelets. Personally, I think I like these on the straps more. I've handled some with a bracelet. I would pretty much go Bell & Ross strap. For one, I know most people, including myself, have argued that if you're going to buy a luxury watch or any watch, get that bracelet, add the strap. But in this case, I think the Bell & Ross straps are so good and so comfortable, and they match the watch so well. I think go with a strap, save yourself some money. If you find you absolutely have to have the bracelet, I'm sure you could add that later, but I think you'll be more than happy with the strap options on these Bell & Ross. So anyway, this is like 23.7 millimeter, and it tapers down to about 17.5. You have holes here to select the size, so you can adjust the size of the strap. You have one extra keeper, so it's nice and secure, and they're close enough that you're going to get a good fit, and then a simple milled fold-over clasp with just double pushers. So, and it just locks in, signed as well. You can kind of see the flex on this too. Extremely comfortable. You have a display case back. Let's zoom in so we can get a look at this. Now, I left the sticker on there because these are brand new watches, and I just don't need to like tear it up that much, you know. It has a really cool rotor, custom done. Almost looks like custom mag wheels you'd see on a car or something like that. I really dig that. But it does hide the movement a little bit, which the movement I think should be the caliber 321, which is what Bell & Ross calls it. But I suspect it's actually a Sellita SW300, which is very similar to, say, like an ETA 2892. They're a little bit thinner. You can see it has a larger center section there where the rotor attaches, but very reliable movements and very accurate as well. So you can see that, again, you have 4 screws holding the case back down, keeping the 100-meter water resistance on there. Actually, they give the measurements right there. So I think that might be 12 millimeter, and it might be 24 wide, and then it tapers down to 18 is what they're saying. Those are a little different than the measurements that I had, but they're really close. Look at that beautiful dial. I love the 12, 6, and 9. Of course, the 3 is absent, and instead we're presented with a framed color-matched date wheel at the 3 o'clock. Very nice touch. You have a nice smooth 4 Hz sweep on the seconds hand and a very legible kind of like pencil style hand set there for the hour and minute hand. Should have a decent lume on there. That is a nice white colorway on all the indices and the numbers. So I'm suspecting it's BGW9. I could be wrong, but I could be right. So let's pop this on wrist real quick so you can see what it looks like on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. And yeah, the price tag on this, $4,600. So you're under that 5,000 mark. If I can get this thing to, it's got this little tag here, so it's kind of prohibiting me from actually clasping this down. There we go. So here it is on my wrist. Now you can kind of see what I'm talking about. This thing just contours to your wrist really good. It just works so well. Super comfortable. And the BR05 is still square, still captures the overall vibe and feel and essence of a Bell & Ross, but it's, you know, more jewelry-like and less tool-like, and it's more acceptable, I guess, on wrist. So if you're not willing to fully commit to the more instrument-style square watch of the Bell & Ross, maybe the BR05 is the one for you. They also have round watches. I'll bring some of those in the future too. But I'm less drawn to those, more drawn to the traditional square, or in this case, the adapted traditional BR05. All right, $4,600. Yeah, it's a lot of money. I'm not dismissing that. I understand that. It's almost $5,000, but it's cool. It's unique. It's not something you're going to see on the wrist of everybody. Dare to be different. Maybe check out a Bell & Ross. All right, I'm going to give it a quick blast with the UV light. Kill the lights. Again, link in the description with Nick's contact information. Oh, it's green lume. So I don't know what formula this is. I was suspecting it was going to be like more of a bluish colored lume. Definitely a nice potent green lume. Not mad about that at all. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.